Welcome to Digital Changemakers podcast.
We have been through all those failures as well. Unless you support yourself, nobody is going to support you. From 10x thinking to 10x actions to 10x systems, that has the shift that I could experience for me and my business. Even I never imagined that we would be doing this kind of podcast together.
I'm so happy to have you here on the Digital Changemakers podcast. And कभी सोचा भी नहीं था कि एक दिन ऐसा आएगा.
Absolutely, Sangha.
So how are you?
I'm super happy to be here. And as you said, even I never imagined that we would be doing this kind of podcast together like this. Never imagined.
It's a very emotional moment even for me. But I really want to hold it back for you. And I want to dil se congratulate you for your DCA award and the journey of 10 lakh milestone being done. Congratulations once again, Megha.
Yes.
So Megha, tell me, let everybody know, what was your entire journey before coming to DCA and how have you really shaped up after being a part of this whole community?
That's a very good question. And you know what I've always believed, Sangha, that there are three types of people who are not able to take actions. The first category of people are the people who don't have any clarity what to do. That's why they are not able to take a lot of actions. The second category of people who don't know how to do some things, and that's why they are not able to take actions. And then there is third category of people. They know what to do, they know how to do, but somehow they don't have a system to take those lot of actions. I think that was me. I had the clarity. I was also knowing the how part. However, I think what I was missing was the system. So to be very precise, I have to tell you, from 10x thinking to 10x actions to 10x systems is something that has the shift that I could experience for me and my business.
Super awesome. And I'm so happy to see that you being a mid-career coach and also a side hustling coach for so many working professionals, you are able to bring that transformation, Megha, and trying your level best to really get that impact on them. Megha, how does it feel when you are really thinking that your vision is fructifying right now?
I think, I must say this. We have seen this dream together. We have been through all those failures as well. And I want to say that, you know what, Sangha, that when you were there ahead of me, facing those slabs of failures at every stage, I think that was something was always inspiring me. And I'm always looking forward to you, not as a coach. I think, and though I'm part of your community more than coach, I look to you as a confidant, wherein actually I can pour my, entire heart to you. And I'm getting emotional by saying this, but that's what it is.
I know where are you coming from, and I can really understand this whole feeling. And Megha, this is not only the feeling of yours. There are so many other working professionals who really want to fructify their vision, but they are somehow not able to take themselves to the whole digital world. Congratulations and hats off to you that you're really trying your level best to take them onwards. But tell me, Megha, what exactly was your position before DCA and how you broke all those mindset barriers that kept coming, looking forward to so many successes in front of you and then still keeping a calm and taking the action is not an easy job, but you did it. How did you do that?
Yeah. So, there are three parts which are very important here, I think, and that might help a lot of people who are watching this podcast. They have been doing something or the other, they have been trying something or the other. But what really makes me understand one thing which is very clear is the relatability. That is something can bring a lot of success to you. Specifically, when I see my journey, when I see your journey, so I always consider that you are just one step ahead of me. And there is so much of relatability wherein our thought process, our vision, our actions alignment, our intent to serve people, everything was so much together that we have done. And also I always used to think that you are that somebody who is just one step ahead of me, and as I am looking up to you, there are a lot of people who are looking up to me. And when I see today people specifically, and I want to mention this, there are a lot of people, Sangha, like you are coming from corporate background. I have, spent decades in corporate background. So, when a high performer corporate employee, basically they want to start something on their own, what kind of challenges they have in their entrepreneurship journey, I think that teach them a lot.
What were your challenges, Megha, in the start of your entrepreneurship?
Yeah,
journey?
so I think the first part is we are not used to accept the failures. Because in corporate life, I think we have a very linear graph, we are a very linear growth journey. And when we are actually starting our entrepreneurship journey, a lot of times what happens is a small failure also disappoints us. That stops us from going ahead, that creates a lot of self-doubts in us, that hits your ego very hard, that I'm accomplished person, I have done so much, I have got so many degrees, I have got so many certifications, I have so many years of experience. And from that mindset, when they are actually entering into the entrepreneurship journey, that is something stops them. The same thing happened with me. The same thing happened because when I used to see some of the webinars failed, there are some calls that I was not able to close to people, I was not able to sell to people initially. I used to feel very bad. I used to feel that maybe this is not for me. Maybe I was better in the system. But ultimately, at the end of the day, I realized that this is what is growth. This is what is growth. So, as you asked me to be very precise with your answers, the failures is something that always has hurt me a lot of times, but I kept going, looking at, of course, the people like you who were ahead of me. And other thing is, agility is something is very important. I mean, a lot of people, I always tell my community as well that most of the corporate professionals, what happens is degrees become their shackles and their designation becomes their barriers, and they are not able to think outside that, and that actually stops them from living to their fullest potential. And even I was there for some time wherein I used to feel, because I was so used to get that smaller growth but consistent growth, which is not the case of entrepreneurship.
Got it. And you are so very right. And Megha, when the failure are really hitting you, were hitting you hard, and you had probably the entire world to see you as a success, but internally you realized those failures, what did you do, and what did you do those moments to again pick yourself up?
Yeah. I think the first thing that I do is I express to somebody because it's very important for you to accept it, express it, and then have a next plan for you to come out of it. And I think you have been instrumental for my journey for doing that. I used to share a lot of things with you. This is not working, that is not working, and how I got those failures and what could be the probable reason. And I used to gear up with, the next step, next action plan. And I think, this is very important part to accept and express it. And then other step would eventually come to you. But a lot of people are, stuck in the first two stages.
Yeah.
And that's why they are not going to go ahead.
And even I have observed, Megha, that many people, they find it so difficult to confide into somebody. What would be your message to any working professional whose dream, whose thought is about building something of their own, but they're not able to take their courage only because they know that they don't have the exposure to confide into somebody? What would be your message to all of them?
I mean, this is big. And, being vulnerable and the ability to open up to someone is such a crucial thing for entrepreneurship journey, because a lot of times what we feel is we are the only one who is facing this, but we are always wrong in this case. And there are hundreds and thousands and lakhs of people, entrepreneurs who have been there, they have done that. And I always feel that we humans are blessed to seek help from other human beings, and that's what is all about, being vulnerable and to express in front of somebody who can really help you, guide you, what could be your next step. And it's the biggest step in going ahead in your journey.
Ekdam rightly said. Absolutely right, Megha. And during those moments, how was your family reacting to it?
So I think I am fortunate enough to have a supportive husband, supportive family. Of course, they kept on supporting me, but sometimes I feel bad about it because I feel the time, efforts, energy, money, whatever I'm investing into, am I really able to give justice to that? Looking at the quality time that I want to dedicate to them. So more than them, I think it takes a toll on me that maybe I'm not giving justice to whatever support they are offering to me. So family wise, I think everybody supports me.
And
There was no.
there are very few people who have this family support.
Yeah.
Megha, you being a coach, and there are so many people who are even struggling to get that support, which you have already got. What do you want to tell to them, that what should they do to even derive this much of family support and step forward for their entrepreneurship journey?
See, there is one thing which is very clear, that unless you support yourself, nobody is going to support you. So first, I always believe that you support yourself, you support your dreams, you support your ambitions by taking actions, and then whole world will stand with you to achieve your next goals.
Super awesome. And that's really apt. And if I may ask you, Megha, that what are the top 3 actions you have taken to move your journey from 0 to the 10 lakh awardee? What would be those for you? The top 3 actions.
First one, number one, which is something is I think that has been a game changer for me, for a person like me who is still super duper introverted person. I've eventually learned myself to be situationally extrovert. So the first thing is visibility.
Yes, and that calls for a high five.
Yes.
Super awesome. Okay.
That was the first thing. Visibility on the right platforms has really changed my game. The second thing I would like to mention is overcoming the self-doubts at each and every stage. That has been instrumental for me, because a lot of times I've thought, can I really do this? Should I really do this? Each and every time I have overcame that, and then I have been able to go to the next step in my journey. That was the second thing. And I think the third thing, which I'm still working on that, but I think that is the crux of the entire journey. That's from knowing to doing to being. So earlier I used to be a knowing coach who was having a lot of knowledge, a lot of information to be shared with the world. The second stage, wherein I was doing a lot of things myself, and I'm really working very hard on going to that being coach mode, wherein I'm eating, breathing, sleeping, drinking.
Yes.
What is my nation? What I can do for my community?
You're already arriving there. Your journey from 0 to 10 lakhs is already a testament that you are arriving there. And Megha, if you just have to give an important bandwagon to anybody, which they can simply hold and arrive to their destination, what would be that for you?
I think visibility is something I definitely want to give a weapon, because I think without visibility nothing is possible. I know a lot of people who are sitting on gold mine. They are having a lot of knowledge, they're having a lot of skills. Skills is not a challenge, but the biggest challenge is they are not able to express themselves to the world. They are not able to really sell themselves, promote themselves. That is something is the biggest challenge. So visibility is the first weapon that you should be having with you. Don't shy away from helping people. Don't shy away from talking about your journey, selling your own skills, your whatever you can help other world with. You should be really visible to do all of these things.
And this brings me to the last and the most important question for you, Megha, that sales mindset. How do people even think of selling themselves? Because there are so many of them who are super scared to even talk about themselves. As a coach, what's your advice to the entire working professionals to tell them that, hey guys, you're ready, go and sell?
So I think in this world, people who think that selling is bad, they are not doing justice to themselves. They are also not doing justice to their skills. They are not doing justice to their families. In case somebody is thinking selling is bad, you are depriving yourself to to go to a very different level. And I just want to give you one advice that, you know what, of course, they say that selling is serving, all of that is correct. But I have also found out, and this is through my journey, that selling is not just serving, but selling is also your evolution. Each time you fail, you are going to grow to the next level. Each time you're really your ego is really getting that slap, and you are experiencing that ego death each and every time. I think that's helping you to becoming a better human being. So it's not just service, but it has a lot of other things. And I always believe in this, that entrepreneurship is the best journey to really have a evolution of your soul, and that's what is selling, I feel.
Super awesome, Megha, and a right message being delivered to the entire audience.